welcome back to my channel. It's Natalie here with another video. I am very excited today because I'm just going to be doing like a rapid fire kind of Q&A style video. I've been getting a lot of DMs, comments on my videos, and just questions in general about more specific recruitment tips. I did make a recruitment tips video, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, I just want to dive in, answer y'all's questions before recruitment week starts. Oklahoma State in-person recruitment starts on Tuesday, so just trying to knock these out for you guys. Again, I hope that I help as much as possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more tips in the future just about college in general. We're gonna get started. So on my last video, I got a question that said, what are the kind of questions recruiters want to be asked about their sororities during recruitment? And I feel like this is a really common question. I remember going through recruitment my freshman year and thinking that I had to be very specific and know what to ask as well. But really there's no rules on what to ask. There's rules on really what not to say. So you're not supposed to talk about the 3 B's. I have said that in a previous video of mine as well: boys, booze, Bible. I would also include politics and COVID on that. I would try to limit that conversation as much as possible unless, you know, there's something you really want to share about it, which is totally really important to you. If it's more small talk based, talk about it. I would try to not talk about it at all. Stuff like that doesn't really define who each woman is in the chapter, and every chapter just wants to get to know the girls based on who they are. But specific questions at OSU, I know this year specifically we're trying to have a values-based recruitment. So coming in through recruitment, it's really important that you guys make sure you know your values, what matters to you, why you want to be in a sorority, what brings you into this sorority, and that will kind of help you narrow down what houses you want to be at for the rest of the week. So kind of questions that I would say that go along with that are more like, what's important to you in XYZ sorority? What does this mean to you? How have you been able to get involved? Stuff like that. Kind of cater the questions towards what matters to you. And I think a really good question, I would say one of my favorite questions I asked whenever I was a freshman going through recruitment was about their philanthropy. And I said, you know, I'm having a hard time relating to this. Was there something specific that you can like help me figure out how to relate to this, or how do you relate to this in any way? And you know, the girl I talked to didn't really give me a great answer, and that was my deciding factor on why I didn't like that one chapter. So I wanted to be somewhere where the girls were passionate, and I guarantee you every single one of you guys do too. So yeah, it's kind of just about asking the right questions and seeing if the girls are very passionate about what they got themselves into, because that's really important. Another question, I had a girl DM me and she said she had gotten a like one shoulder dress or a strapless dress for recruitment, I don't remember which one, and she had watched my rush outfits video, and I said in the video that I personally wouldn't wear spaghetti straps, but that is totally a personal choice. If you guys want to wear whatever you guys want to wear it. Personally, I just don't think spaghetti straps are very flattering, and I don't think that they're as like nice and dressy kind of thing. But even in my video, I had like a strapless dress on in the end, and I said that I would wear that for pref because it's like more intentional, and like, I don't know, I just felt like it's classier. But no, you don't need to shop and go get a whole new wardrobe just because of something that I said. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, and if you agree or disagree with everything I say, totally fine. I am not the end-all be-all of sorority recruitment. So there's a ton more videos out there that got me through recruitment as well. I recommend you watching those. I'm gonna go on to a few more questions. Why did you choose to go Greek? Okay, this is probably my favorite question of all time that I get asked, because it is the reason I still am so passionate about it. I think it's so important going into recruitment to ask yourself this question and have the answer, and stick with that answer for your whole time in college if you stay in your sorority. My reasons for going Greek were, I wanted to feel like I had a place that welcomed me and a place that I fit in. I knew that I wanted to have leadership positions. I knew I wanted to get involved in shows and all of the things OSU has to offer, like Freshman Follies, VR, Spring Sting, which are like more show-based things rather than athletic things, because I'm not like an intramurals girl whatsoever. So that was important to me. That's a big reason why I came to Oklahoma State. I wanted to feel like I belonged, and I had a really big support system. I felt I wanted to be with like-minded women surrounding me and always supporting me, and very strong-willed women as well. I also knew that I wanted to find my bridesmaids in a sorority. That's really cheesy, but that's a really important part to me too, and networking. So yeah, thinking about that before you go through recruitment will honestly make you stay true to how you feel about it as you continue on through the sorority. And if you're not really following the way you feel or what you set out your heart to do, then that's kind of a good reality check too eventually. Another question is, are you supposed to wear OSU colors on the second day of recruitment? So the confusing thing is, like, the first round of recruitment for Oklahoma State was in person. Second round is philanthropy, which is 2 days. Both of those days we can wear game day attire, or P&Ms wear game day attire. So yes, the second day of recruitment you are supposed to wear game day attire. I have the little book that you guys should have received, all P&Ms going through should have received, and I got this going through my freshman year as well. It honestly helps out so much. So it breaks down each round for you. First, virtual. Second, philanthropy, which is 2 days. It tells you tips and tricks, what to expect. Round 3, sisterhood, which is taking the place of house tour. And then round 4, which is preference. Yeah, I really recommend going through this booklet. It tells you about each individual chapter, what is expected of you, and kind of how each chapter really differs. That book is a great way to start doing your research too before coming to recruitment, which will help you out in asking the right questions dependent on each chapter. If you don't know specific things about each philanthropy, that's totally okay. I didn't know a lot about any of them whenever I came here, but if I was really interested in a house, I made sure that I went home, researched it just a little bit, so that I kind of knew what they were going to talk about whenever I was going to their house on philanthropy round. What is my fave part of recruitment week? Well, I would say, okay, so going through recruitment, my freshman year, my favorite round was just talking to everybody. I am such a social butterfly that it was so fun meeting all of these people. Coming from Texas and then moving right here, I was kind of just like, all right, like, I want to meet everyone. Like, it didn't matter what letters they had. I just wanted to know as many people as possible. So I just really enjoyed getting to know the members of each chapter that I was speaking to, the girls in my recruitment group that were P&Ms just like me. I got to know them very well. So yeah, I would just say, like, all of the in-person interaction it was really fun for me. But then recruiting on the opposite end, I think my favorite part about it is how much we've been bonding. So right now this has been work week for my chapter, and it's a time where we practice for all of the new incoming P&Ms and we look presentable and great so that we can get a great new member class. But honestly, we have so much time where we're just like doing activities together and bonding or going somewhere. Like the other day, we all rented out a movie theater and watched the new Suicide Squad movie, and it was so fun. I don't know, stuff like that. I love like having this one time where we're all together and like getting so strong so that whenever the new member class comes in, we can be like super awesome for them and just like have a great year. So how did you know G5 was your home? So for me personally, I know this is not very common with a lot of women that go through recruitment, and that's totally okay. But I knew G5 was my home the second I walked in. G5 was actually my first house that I even spoke to. And it was just like, it took me away, like all of it. I loved everyone I talked to, just the energy coming off of these girls. I was like, this is where I belong, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I did make a recruitment video whenever I went through recruitment, so if you guys want to go watch that, it shows a little bit of it, but I didn't want to say at the beginning of the week that I wanted to go G5 and then end up not there on bid day and then like seem sad. So I was trying not to jinx myself because I really believe in that. So yes, but I knew I wanted to go G5 from the moment that I walked in. There was also a few other houses that I kind of had my eye on, and I didn't know anything about G5 before coming to Oklahoma State, so they really caught me by surprise. And I would just say that it's so important to have a really open mind, because I could not see myself anywhere else but here, and that was only because I had an open mind and kind of let God take me where I was supposed to be. I'm scared about recruitment. Any advice? Well, I would just say, like, watch all my videos. Hopefully they will make you not so scared for recruitment at all. It's really not that nerve-wracking. If you're not great at talking to people, I would recommend writing down some questions or bullet points before you go into each chapter that you know you want to hit on, Also for me, what really helped, because the week is kind of repetitive and really exhausting, I would literally start every day being like, okay, if the conversation's going flat, I'm gonna just say this. Like, and it was like, yeah, that was the same like thing I would bring up in a house if I was having a kind of boring conversation. But like, sometimes that's just the easiest thing to do, and for me, I always lead the conversation because it makes me feel more comfortable. And to show the chapter that you're really interested, it's really important to lead the conversation and act interested, because then they'll know that you really want to be there. So yeah, I would just say don't stress too much, but it helped me a lot to pre-prepare what I wanted to talk about or questions that I wanted to ask, and really pay attention to who you're talking to. I kept a little notebook where I could write down who I spoke to, kind of what they said to me, why they really stuck out to me, so that at the end of the day, whenever I was going to vote, I could remember, and I knew I would be like, okay, I really liked that house, but why again? I don't really remember. Or what was her name again? I don't remember. So days are really long. Bring a pair of shoes to change into. If you're wearing heels, like when you walk out of the chapter, slide them on, slide different shoes on, run to the house, and then put your heels back on, because you cannot walk around in heels all day long in the 100-degree heat. You are gonna die. Bring water in your backpack, bring blotting sheets, perfume, deodorant, lip gloss, Listerine strips, or mints. You cannot use gum. If you like want to bring a hairbrush, that would be good. Maybe dry shampoo if your hair gets a little greasy. Yeah, just stuff that'll like freshen you up, make you feel better, honestly. If there's something that I'm missing, totally fine. I did make a what's in my bag for recruitment video too, so if you want to check that out, you're totally more than welcome to. Is it hard to balance school and Greek life? No. And I really wish people knew that it wasn't. I think the beauty of Greek life is that each sorority really pushes you to succeed in school. At Oklahoma State, it's really important to us that it's all cohesive and we're all kind of striving for the best. So I really do actually love that Greek life has kind of kept me accountable and pushed me to do better and be better. And I have all these women here that work super hard just like me, and if I ever need help in something, I have a whole chapter of sisters that are willing to help me or know something about what I'm talking about. So yeah, I would say that school and Greek life go hand in hand. At Oklahoma State, it really does, and they really keep you accountable and push you to succeed. What's your fave and least fave thing about being in a sorority? So I think my favorite thing has been my leadership opportunities that I've gotten to have. My freshman year, I was in Freshman Follies, and I had a solo, so that was cool. And then I immediately became an officer. I did our merit points, which is kind of an accountability system like I was just talking about. So I did merit points my freshman year, and then sophomore year I got elected into the position I have now. So I'm the public relations vice president right now. Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite part, or like honestly bonding. I mean, everything's my favorite part. I love living in a house. I think my least favorite part was probably my freshman year. Not everybody finds their group that fast, and also you're not always like only friends with the girls in your sorority. But I would say freshman year was really difficult about finding kind of where I fit in this chapter. But that stuff works itself out. It really helps out that we're able to live in-house. And yeah, we all like events and stuff help that out too. You get to know the women in your class better and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that is all of the questions I have to answer. I am so excited about recruitment this year. If I meet you, I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much for your support. I always love when this time rolls around, because after I get all these girls reaching out to me saying that my videos help them get through recruitment, and that really means a lot to me because that's why I'm here. I just want to help out in any way possible. So yeah, after recruitment, hit me up. I'd love to connect. Don't forget to like and subscribe too. Thank you guys so much. I hope it helped, and don't forget to stay happy.